Okay, so last time we played, you guys had a battle with two vampire spawns. Um, you arrived at the Dumitru residence and you staked it out a bit. What did you guys remember seeing?
Bats fly out the window.
Yeah, and then eventually Rokus, Icy and Rokus both did a bit of scouting. Um, Icy before the fight and Rokus kind of during the argument. Um, and what do you guys remember finding there? How about Icy? Do you
I
remember what's
locked.
in the upstairs?
There were 3 rooms, and one room that the window was open that the bats flew out of.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a book of teaching of Tyr and that's been torn up.
Okay, yeah, there was one door that you didn't go through, and in the study there was a drawer that was locked that you didn't check out. Rokus, what do you remember about the basement?
There were 3 boxes and 2 passports and some bloody clothes. And forget on the second room. That was in the left room had the clothes and the passports.
Yeah, there was a big wine cellar, and then the storage closet had some bloody clothes and stuff.
Yeah, I think in the other room had some shelving or something, and then 3 boxes in the back.
Right.
Boxes big enough for vampires to sleep in.
Okay, so during the fight, Icy got bitten and found out that as the vampires drained her life essence, that she lost her max hit points. So the necrotic damage kind of took away her life essence, and she looks like she's aged about 10 years right now. She looks not in good shape, even though I think she's at full hit points right now.
Yeah, the hit points are just low.
And Harbeck summoned a reluctant Fuki Jones back.
He likes us. Come on.
Poor Pookie.
Okay, so we can start there. You guys are in the living room. There are 2 piles of dust that with stakes sitting in the piles of dust.
Now, all right, is there any room in the house we have not searched?
Icy saw a door on the 2nd floor that she didn't go through.
Okay, so we don't have a picture of the 2nd floor then, correct?
Yeah, I've been giving you that.
Yeah, I've got the basement and the 1st floor. And is there anything, there's a locked chest or something like that?
There was a desk in the study with one of the drawers was locked.
Okay, so the study's on the, what I would suggest then is we need to check that other room. And Rokus rather should be able to pick the desk lock.
Okay, so you guys are discussing that in the...
Yes, we're discussing that.
Living room?
Yes.
All right, as you're talking, you hear a knock at the front door.
Don't
Hello?
let them in.
Can we look out the window?
Sure, there's a window nearby.
Who is it?
Okay, so you look out and you see 5 Neverwinter guards.
Oh, perfect. Let them in.
No, we don't know that they are Neverwinter guards.
Well, yeah, okay. What do you want to do?
Ask them what they want.
From the window?
Okay, but, okay. I don't know how we're going to keep from busting in if they do, but okay. What do you want?
So how are you going to shout to them? From the window or by the door or what?
Good call, Icy.
I'm nervous about even talking to them or just act like we're not here. I don't know what the answer is to do.
Okay, you hear some more knocking. This is the
Okay.
Neverwinter Guard. We've had a report of a disturbance.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the door. Yeah, we can let them in. What the hell?
I'm going to ready myself just in case.
Okay. I'll go to the door and open it.
And I'm going to get behind Harbeck.
Okay. So you're over at the door. Rokus is opening it. Harvick's ready. Icy's behind. And Pookie's by Harvick.
I want Pookie in front of the door.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. So you open the door.
I don't open it all the way. I open it a little bit. Put my foot there.
Okay.
So they can't barge in easily.
It said, hello, sir. We've had a report of some domestic dispute.
All right, I'm going to cast my detect bad guy spell, however that one is.
You need to describe it better than that.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to go look at my let me look at my spells that I got then.
I'm guessing you mean Divine Sense.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's not a spell.
Okay, well, I'm going to do whatever it is.
Well, you need to know what you're doing because you have Zone of Truth, which is
I never know what I'm doing. Come on.
All right. Are you trying to see if they're good or evil?
Yeah.
Or undead?
Yeah, divine sense.
Okay. That's divine
any
sense.
celestial fiend, undead. Yeah, I know the location of any celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet. It is not behind total cover. So,
right, so
as soon as Richie opens the door.
All right, so you could have done that from the window also, by the way. But yeah, Harvey has forgotten before that he can just look at people and know if they're undead or not. But today he remembered. That's good. So you look at these guards, and they're not giving off evil auras, and they are not undead, and none of the other things.
Okay, so we let them in then.
Well, how about let me see your badge.
Their badge is on their uniform, on their chest.
Yeah.
So you can see it. They're right next to you, and it looks authentic.
Oh, okay. Then I'll let them in.
Okay. So they come into the first area. You guys back up a little bit.
There was a domestic dispute, but it's mostly over.
One of them looks at Harvick and recognizes his uniform, his clothes. He has. Yeah. I don't know if you're displaying your badge of tier on your uniform, on your armor. Do you have it
yes.
displayed?
Yes.
Okay, so he'll recognize that and he'll say, "Oh, you must be
I was using that.
Paladin
I was using
Harvick."
that when I was talking to the maids.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't see it until you showed them. So.
Actually, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, the guards say, "Oh, Paladin Harvick, I presume."
You are correct.
What? The neighbors heard some screaming of some. They said the maids who live here were screaming for help.
Yep.
We have determined that Dumitru and the maids apparently have been taken over by vampires. We've dealt with 2 of the spawn, but we're still in the process of dealing with the vampire.
Let's show you guys.
What vampires?
Yep. Here's the remains of the 2 that we drove stakes in, and they've turned into dust here in the living room.
All right, so
you can see where we had a scuffle in here.
All right.
Is there black blood around?
The blood seems to have also kind of turned to a dusty ash stuff.
Okay.
So
anyhow, this is what's left of them.
Is the stake still in the ashes, or do some have it?
Yeah, stake's in the ashes still. But I'd also like to show you downstairs.
Okay, hold on. Let them. They're soaking this in. So they come in and look at the piles. Looking at the one of them is like trying not to disturb the scene, but they're leaning in and they see the steak. It seems that the steak actually does have the blood soaked into it a bit. And he says, "Oh, okay. That is disturbing."
There's more, but there's more.
The guards are all like mostly speechless. And they say, "Okay, so you said Dumitru is a vampire too?"
We are almost certain he is.
I wouldn't call him Dumitru though. I think that the corpse that corpse you found that
Was missing its face.
didn't have a face. I think the vampire killed him and has taken over his identity.
Okay. And do you know where Dumitru's gone? He's not here.
He was the first. Oh, for tonight, we saw.
He's not in the house?
We think he left in the form of bats from the upstairs window, which we shut. And we've also stuffed the chimney with bedding to prevent him from flying down the chimney if he comes back as a bat. He may come back with a victim tonight. We don't know how he operates, but we think he may bring victims back to the house because of the other bodies that were found. And
but the bodies were all found in like kind of alleys and stuff like that. I guess they could be brought here and brought back there.
Yeah, they had been chained at one point. We don't think they chained them out in the wild, but we don't know for sure. But let me take you downstairs and show you some more evidence of what's been going on.
Okay. So you go down. You're gonna take them down in the basement?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them down in the basement and suggest that they have at least one guard at each door to remain there in case he comes back.
Okay. So they go down and check out the caskets boxes that you found.
We show them the bloody clothes and the passports.
Okay, they see the passports, and they see that the two passports seem to be for the maids, and they're guest passports, which seems like they would be from out of town. So they say, "Oh, that's a bit strange." Okay, so
yeah,
I guess
you have okay. All right. We need to check on see who those passports are for. If they're guests, we need to go at some point. We need to go to the
passports were for Cassandra and Gabriella.
Yeah, but it says they're guests, so that if we go to the guard station, we'll know where they're from and how they came in and that sort of thing. If it's
Maybe
a guest
later.
passport, I said later on we need to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So they're trying to leave the evidence alone for now, but they do check out everything.
And Icy was injured in this battle with these two, and she needs to get somewhere safe to try to recover because she's been bitten and has lost life essence.
Okay, so the guard is kind of seems to be fine with working with Harbeck. He's not being hard to work with or anything like that. He says, Paladin Harbeck. So from what you've described, you think Dumitru is the serial murderer, and
yes.
He might be on the hunt tonight?
Yes.
Okay, so my first instinct is that I should go back to report this to the guard captain, and I'm guessing he will send some more patrols out for the evening. We know most of the murders took place in the Freeland district, which we don't patrol as much, so we could send out, probably have some more groups sent out there. Are you planning to stay here, or what's your plan?
Well, we need to go do a long rest. Probably all of us should. And but before we go, there's another room upstairs that we haven't checked out yet.
Okay.
And I think we should destroy those 3 boxes.
Either destroy them or take them out with us. Take them outside.
Well, you're the paladin, so you have the most experience with undead, I would expect.
We can break the boxes open and just take.
Can I do a history check? Can I do a history check on what I know about vampires?
So you've basically done that already. You went and researched from your own knowledge. You didn't know much about them at all. Just that they're undead and just a few stories. But so from your research, that's basically what you know. So in your research, I don't think it came up with anything about their resting place.
Okay. Do you know any? Okay. I'm gonna ask the guard then. You know of a safe place you could take these boxes?
We could take them to the guard station.
What about the Hall of Justice?
Just take them to the guard station. That's fine.
Yeah, you would have more access to the Hall of Justice than us. So, one other thing Harbeck does know is that undead in general, they are kind of linked. They're often linked to the place where they died. That's partly been evidenced in your adventures up to this point, fighting ghouls and skeletons and the flame skull and such things. A lot of them were kind of stuck where they died. So you have some feeling that vampires might have some connection to that also. So yeah, it makes sense that you'd want to do something with the boxes.
Okay, clear these boxes out of here then.
I would say take him to the Hall of Justice.
Okay, we can help you carry it, but we have no jurisdiction in the Hall of Justice, so can you help us get in there?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then so you guys mentioned checking out upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, so the guards are removing the boxes and taking out to the first floor. You guys can go check out the second floor while they're doing that.
Okay.
Okay, so there was the study and the door that you hadn't been in. Where do you want to look?
No, Emma, the desk is locked, right?
Yeah.
Lockpick time, Rokus.
Should I pick it?
Yes.
All right.
How hard is it to pick?
Well, roll your roll your d20, add your dex and your proficiency.
+4, 8.
And your proficiency also.
Oh, that's +3. Okay, that's be a total of 11, not 10.
Okay, so you're actually not able to pick the luck.
I'll just put my dagger in the thing and pry it open then.
Okay, do a strength check.
Got a nat 20. What a waste.
Alright, you bust the drawer open. But it damages the top of the table in the drawer. So
I would think with a nat 20 I could get it open without hurting it.
I was thinking of it as that you did it very powerfully.
I was thinking that I was doing it really awesome.
All right, let's do an extra check since you didn't say that you were trying to do it carefully also. So
Okay.
doing it carefully would be more dexterity, I would say. So let's roll an extra dex roll for that. Just dexterity.
Guess what I got?
What?
A nat 1.
Yeah, you bust the drawer.
Bust the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Boy, you're clumsy.
The whole drawer like flies out of the desk onto the floor. And it's very obvious that it has been taken out. There's a big mark on the top of the desk and the drawer is messed up.
So much for my finesse.
Good job, Rokas.
So within that you find 2 more passports.
Okay.
And you find tools and papers, magnifying glass. You guys can let's have everybody do an investigation check to see what you think of this stuff.
Investigation.
Everybody can do that.
I got a 15.
I got a 4.
I got 13.
How about the cop? Does he get to roll?
The guard, you mean?
Yeah.
I think all the guards are like checking the doors and taking the boxes up, so they're not with you right now.
Okay.
But they can look at it later.
We should have had one with us just to witness.
It's okay.
I mean, Harvick is basically an agent of the law, so they're working with him as if he's,
he's Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. Once they've identified who he is, so they took your word for everything. So, so who had the highest? Rokas with 15?
Yeah.
All right. It looks to you like there's a bunch of stuff here that would be used for making a forgery. And you find a passport for someone named Raymond Delmont and someone else named Luca Dumitru. The passport for Raymond Delmont is another visitor passport.
Okay.
That's not affiliated with any group or company.
Dumitru is a real one, right?
So the 2 you found are Raymond Delmont and Luca Dumitru. The person you've been looking for, his name is Raymond Dumitru.
Okay.
So, from looking at these, they seem to be genuine passports at first glance. Harvick can't tell. His investigation was pretty low, so he's not recognized it. For Rokas is pretty sure he doesn't see anything strange about him.
But the other person that we think we're looking for is a combination of those two.
Right. The store owner of Dumitru's goods, who you've came to look for at this house, is named Raymond Dumitru.
Right. It's a combination of those two.
Yeah.
So I think we figured out a fair amount.
Okay, so Dumitru's passport is a permanent resident, and the other one is a visitor. Is that correct?
The Luca Dumitru passport, it looks quite old, and it is for a resident of the city.
Okay, and the other one looks brand new and is a guest.
That's right. Pretty
recent.
Yeah, a recent one.
Okay, you said there's some papers there?
Yeah, the papers and everything, it just looks like stuff for doing forgeries. So it's like,
okay, so there's nothing written on the there's nothing written on the paper.
Yeah, there's no like information there.
Okay.
But yeah, the type of paper matches like what the passports are made with and everything like that.
Right.
I think we got enough evidence to justify going after this guy. We just need to We need to get the boxes out of the house and get the hell out of here before he comes back.
Okay, I'm going to add the magnifying glass and the papers to my equipment.
Okay, you can do that. And how about the passports?
Let's gather up that stuff and give it to the guards.
I agree. And ask the guards to do a check on the passports. They're guest passports. So first of all, find out if they exist, if they're, and if they exist, who they were, where they came from, all the information that they do when we came in about it. So we should be able to get some information along those lines.
And they can also see if any of those people, I guess pretty much everybody was accounted for of the bodies, right? Except for the one.
Except for the one. We know of 3. Yeah, we do, the one that looks like it's being forged is the only one we don't have a.
Well, now you do understand that the guy's, the name that he's going by is a combination of the 2 passports.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys know that a lot of the victims were people who lived in the Freeland district, and you wouldn't expect that they would have passports.
Right.
Right.
So you didn't find anything to link with them, but the number of clothes and things matches up with the number of victims.
Okay.
Right. Which is why we think they bring the victims back here.
Right. So do you guys want to stake out the house and we can open the window back and unstuff the chimney and get Icy back to somewhere safe to have her long rest?
I'd like to do that.
I would say leave the window closed.
Okay.
And just to remind you, you came upstairs to look at, you also had that other room that you haven't looked at.
The other room, yes.
Okay.
Do you want to look at that now?
Yes.
Okay, you go in there and you just find it's seems to be a large walk-in closet and dressing room. If you want to look around, you can do a investigation check.
Okay, definitely want to do that. So yeah, I'll do a little bit.
I got 14.
I've got 17.
I got 4. I'm too weak.
Okay, so you guys check out the clothes and stuff. There doesn't seem to be any locked boxes or anything like that. I'm sending a map here. So in that room you just see the clothes. You notice a lot of them are quite old. They don't seem like modern stuff that is in style right now. A lot of them seems like something you think an elderly person might have.
And they're dusty.
Some of them are dusty. They're mixed in. There are some newer clothes.
Okay.
But the majority are old.
Question for you, Ian.
Yeah.
Which room had the open window? Was it the dressing room, the guest bedroom, or the study?
It was the guest bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to leave the chimney stepped up and the window closed?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do, what I think we should do, is we need to go do a long rest anyway. I would go do that. We'll leave Pookie to see what happens when he comes back. And if they're in vats, he'll have to change into something. He'll have to if he can't fly through the window, he'll have to change back into something, and Pookie can check and see what he changes back into.
Okay.
It may be plural.
I can hide out too, since I can hide good, and I can meditate. So if he comes back, I'll be able to see him do it. I'll
Okay.
hide out in the back.
Okay. Harbeck, are you going to stay at the Bard's Tale so you're closer here? Stay in Rokus?
Why don't you guys go across the river, because then he can't go after you. Why don't you go back to the...
we don't know that for sure.
I think we'd be better off at the Bard's Tale, because we don't invite him to enter a room. He can't come in. So, and the Bard's Tale is close to Dumitru's house. So that if he does come back and he attacks Pookie or you, we're close by.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Yeah, Pookie can wake Harvey up. Yeah. Barking.
Okay.
Didn't have to bark. We do it telepathically.
Telepathic barking.
Telepathic barking is what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that so? Me and Harbeck will head back to the Bard's Tale.
Yeah.
And you're going to stay the Rokus?
Okay. Well, now
Yeah.
I want to do this fairly quickly, but the guards and I are going to go to the Hall of Justice, which is right by there anyway. Drop off the coffins.
Drop off Icy and then do it.
Yeah, you can do that. Well, I'm going to need a long rest too, but not as bad as she does.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Harbeck and Icy are headed out. Anything you want to specifically share with the guards that you found, or anything you don't want to share?
Well, okay, I'll share pretty much everything so that the guards can write up a full report.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give the guards the passports, and I'm going to ask them to do a check on those passports as to where and when and that sort of thing they came in.
Yeah.
And then they can. I would also warn anybody going out.
Let Harvey finish his thought, then Rokus, you can go.
Okay. Sorry.
And then once they have that information, give it to Harold and tell Harold that when he meets us in the morning, that I'm down at the Bard's Tale and not at the Driftwood Tavern as I normally am.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you probably can get a hold of Harold while you're at the Hall of Justice.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you're basically telling them everything. So I don't need to hide anything, right?
Don't see any reason to hide anything.
And okay. I want to add in that.
And also telling them your plan, like what you want to do.
Yes.
Okay. Rokus, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them also what I'm going to be doing, so if somebody sees me sneaking around, they won't report it. Or if it is reported, they won't worry about it.
Okay, so as you guys are talking, they double-check all your passports and make sure everybody knows who everybody is. They identify themselves, too. So you guys are somewhat familiar with each other.
Okay, another thing I would just warn them that these vampire spawns were very powerful, so that an actual vampire is probably more than a couple of guards are going to be able to take, so they need to be careful and not confront this guy. Do what they can, but I wouldn't recommend trying to fight him.
Okay, so one of them says, all right, when we report it to the guard captain, I'm going to suggest that when we go to the Freeland district, we can just not say that we're looking for vampires, but to urge everyone to go home and that something there's something
Killer on
dangerous
the
going
loose.
on.
There's a killer on the loose.
Yeah.
And don't invite anybody you don't know into your home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll tell people to stay home and not let strangers in.
Yeah.
Okay, we better hurry up or we might be too late.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you guys leave. Rokus, you're staying with Pookie at the house to stake it out and do your 4-hour
Yeah.
rest.
Pookie's gonna be out front. I'm gonna be out back, watching to see if bats come to the window, or a person to the back door. The other thing I'm gonna do is find cover and get myself where I can be most concealed, like a bush.
Okay, so you're gonna try to be stealthy.
Gonna try to be stealthy and try to be undercover.
How long does the invisible spell last?
I think it's an hour. And pass without a trace is probably over by now. But I think that also lasts an hour.
Okay. Well, I can get like in a bush and cover myself up. Use my cloak to be less noticeable.
I'll take Pookie's armor, so he just looks like a mutt.
Okay.
And
yeah, invisibility lasts for an hour, and so does pass without a trace. Pass without a trace is concentration, actually.
Okay.
So she wouldn't be able to sleep while doing it.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is my
invisibility also. Let me check. Oh, yeah, invisibility is also concentration. So
I'm able
she can't go to sleep while having someone else be invisible.
Yeah. Right. And I can hide really well. I'm able.
Well, you can. I mean, if you do hide, you're going to be subject to a stealth check.
Okay.
You don't get any. You just get your stealth bonus, whatever your stealth is. And just out of game, you know that when you are hiding from someone, it's against their perception check.
Okay.
So.
And
Yeah.
Well, I just rolled a 19 for my stealth.
Okay, plus what?
Plus 7.
26.
All right, I'll take that down.
I would think I would get a some sort of bonus for.
Well, you're in a city environment.
Yeah, so, but I'm in a bush.
Yeah, but
it's like a little for it.
That is not enough. So 26 stealth?
Yeah.
And so you're watching out also, so have you do a perception check now.
Okay. 5 plus perception 6, 11.
Okay. And Harbeck, can you do a stealth and I don't know if you want PJ to stealth, but
for Pookie?
Yeah.
What's stealth?
It's just stealth. It's in the skill list.
Yeah, but I mean, is it strength or dexterity?
Oh, it's dexterity.
Okay, so yeah. And this is for Pookie?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets a +2. Okay. He rolls a 19.
19 plus 2?
17 plus 2.
Okay. So 19.
I thought you said 19.
He meant total.
17 plus 2.
He meant 19 total.
He got a 19.
Sometimes when you say roll something, it could be confusing. But, okay, can you also do your perception for Pookie now? That
Perception.
Would be wisdom.
Okay, that's
I think
he has
he has a special one for smell and stuff too.
Yeah, he has advantage, so I give him advantage because he's smelling around.
Yeah, I think he also gets maybe I should.
Advantage on
He
Mastiff
does.
has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Yeah, that's true. But I think there's also he gets some. He might get a plus on
Perception in
perception.
general.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Here it is. Yeah, he's
Wisdom
got.
wisdom
There's a
itself
part.
is
It's
+1.
yeah, but his under that it says skills perception +3. Do you see that?
Skills. Oh yes, perception +3.
Yeah, so he's got advantage and +3. So go ahead and roll that.
Nat 20.
All right,
Wow.
+3 is 23.
23 perception. That makes up for Rokus's. Probably. Um, okay, so Rokus is in the back. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at
And
the window.
I'm hiding so good that my perception's not as good as it would have been.
Okay, that's a nice role play there. Pookie is walking around out front, trying to stay in the shadows and watching the doors and stuff in the sky. Alright, so Harvick and Icy are able to get back to the Bard's Tale. They turn in the boxes to the Hall of Justice. What did you want to tell Harold? Just that you're at the Bard's Tale?
Yeah, so when he meets us in the morning and to get the information about the passports.
Okay. So the guards are communicating with the Hall of Justice. And you guys all agree to work together and everything's hunky-dory. The guards say they're gonna go report to the captain and everything. And so they go off to do that. And Harvick and Icy are able to get back to the room. Harvick's using Rokus's room. And
I'm going to go to the landlord and ask him if he has any clean sheets I could have, please.
He obliges. Okay, so let's see what happens for Rokus and Pookie.
Can we do a long rest at this point?
Not yet, cause
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, we're not done the evening yet, because we're on
Gotcha.
Rokus in the middle of the evening here.
Okay.
Okay, so about an hour before dawn, Pookie sees some bats flying through the sky. Rokus, you've done your long rest at this point?
Yeah.
So you can click long rest and do that. However, you actually don't notice the bats until they get in front of the window.
Okay.
They kind of come from an angle that you didn't notice them. But because they are...
Did Pookie tell me, has he relayed to me that he's seen those bats?
Sure, yeah, he will tell you that.
I'm telling him to try to follow them if possible.
Okay, so he sees the bats come into the backyard, so he starts walking that way to try to get into the backyard to have a better look.
Act more like a dog looking for garbage than a dog looking for bats.
Okay, so he said he'll try to play it cool.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in his stealth check there. The 19
okay.
there. So now you already rolled the 19, so we'll use that for keeping out of the way. So you see the bats come down. Almost, they don't hit the window, but they almost do. Seems they expected it to be open. And you see the bats swirl around in a circle. And They go down towards the ground, and you see the bats fuse into one another, and it creates a humanoid shape. All the bats, yeah,
Coalesce.
metamorph into each other, into one big human shape, and then you see a human male standing there, wearing a dark suit, and he looks around the backyard. See him glance past you. It seems he hasn't seen you. And he walks over to the back door. And he looks around, and you see him transform into mist. His body turns into little foggy mist of particles, and he goes under the door into the house.
I tell Pookie to go back around to the front.
Okay. So, yeah, Pookie reports that to you. And Rukus saw it as well. And after a bit, you see the lights go off, the candle lights. And you don't observe anything else until the sun comes out. And Rook, who's that? Harvick and Icy, you can click your long rest buttons now.
Okay, I'm back to full power.
Yeah, and your max HP should be back to 38. Okay, and it's morning. Rokus, you didn't really notice anything else. And Pookie was in the front of the house. He didn't see any mist or bats leaving or anything else, and only other than the lights going out, didn't see anything else interesting.
And the sun's up, so I don't think he would have left.
Yeah, the sun is up now. Okay, so we'll start with Rokus. What are you gonna do as the sun is fully risen now?
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at and wait for people to come. And keep an eye on the place just to be safe.
Okay, and Pookie's doing the same thing. So Harvick and Icy, you wake up, and soon Harold comes.
What? There was another paladin.
She left.
Did she
She
leave?
left on a quest.
Okay. Do you want to see if someone can find Linnea? See if she wants to come help us fight this guy?
Okay. Icy could go do that. Well, I want to go to the Hall of Justice and talk to, I'll find his name here, whatever the head honcho there is.
The Lord Justicar?
Yeah.
I think we should also go to the House of Knowledge and research vampires.
You can try that, but Harold did try to do that, and he didn't find anything new.
Oh, okay.
He tried to check if there were any different books there, and he didn't find anything.
Okay. If I ask him, what about the Academy? Do you think they might have something?
The Starshine Academy is mostly they're more like our agricultural studies and things.
How about
and what about
Tyr? Do they have any information?
Shrine of Tyr? No, it's more like it's a quite small thing.
The Hall of Justice is like the main tier place.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Shrine of Tears doesn't have anything that they would have at the Hall of Justice. Yeah.
So the vampire is in his house right now, right?
We think so.
It seems so.
Do we want to wait? Go gather some mirrors and and then we will sneak back into the house and deflect light downstairs and fashion or get our weapons made of steel so they're more powerful. Do we want to do some of that this morning and then go back to the house and while he's resting, try to kill him?
Yeah, if we can get someone to come help us. Either Linnea or we could invite Therapin too.
Okay. So which one? What shall we do? Shall we go?
Oh, hold on. You guys aren't actually together, so it doesn't make sense that you'll be talking. So, yeah. So, who's that? Icy and Harbeck, you are together in the
Bard's
Tale, and like I said, Harold has arrived. So let's play it out from here.
Okay, Harold, what information do you have?
He says, okay, so the passports, it seems that Luca Dumitru, he was the previous owner of the Dumitru's General Store, and he's lived in Neverwinter for a long time. He was reported dead in the spring, and his son came to town with a passport of Raymond Dumitru. The other ones we have found they were visitors from other cities, such as Waterdeep. But those passports don't have a lot of information on their background, just that they've, basically that they've paid for the visitor's pass, and just some basic information about them.
Okay, so the passport that you get, the passport for the Dumitru's son that came in, that passport was...
yeah, we don't have that passport, but we have we figured out that it must have been forged.
Okay.
Because looking at the original records, we don't have records for that passport.
Okay.
We don't have the creation records of that passport. Luca Dumitru, according to what I've seen, he didn't die while he was in town. He died out of town. So it seems quite suspicious.
Very suspicious.
And now that you've told us he's a vampire,
wait a minute.
like
I'm having problems here. How come the person at the store didn't know that?
You mean the worker Kevin?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like the son just came in telling everyone that his father had passed away and that he had inherited his house and his store.
And they just let him do that without any identification or checking or anything like that?
We had his forged, apparently forged documents were checked and not checked well enough, apparently.
Where do his documents say he came from?
Okay, so the documents said that he was from, hold on. It said that he had been living in Yardtar, which is a city to the east.
Hey, you guys need to send a messenger there to see if that checks out. Did he really have a son there, and that son came back when he found out his father died?
Probably not, man. Probably killed him and came back pretending to be his son.
Oh, that's what I want to find out.
Well,
so I want to find out what records they have in their place. Does he actually exist? Does his son actually exist? Has his son been living there?
Who cares?
It says, well, The guard says yes. We'll definitely. I mean, Harold says I'll do that. I think the guards are probably already gonna check with that. And someone's probably gonna be in trouble for not checking these documents properly because
I thought my conjecture was that the faceless body was Dumitru. Now I'm wondering if it was possibly Dumitru's son.
So he says, Harold says, it's hard to know, but the faceless person, we have this passport for Raymond Delmont, who we don't know who that goes to. It could have been him.
That's what I'm thinking. So I want to see if he's a legitimate person.
He might just be somebody for this guy to masquerade as.
Oh, that's why I want to find out if he's a legitimate, if he was actually Dumitru's son, which they should have the information where he used to live.
Yeah, that finding that.
So I want to know, did he leave several months ago, and was this a real person?
Okay, that's like way later after we finish our business is at hand.
Right, that's for us to get information from Yartar is gonna take at least 2 months.
Yeah, that's for them to figure out later. Right now, what we need to do is see if we can get somebody to help us go after this guy.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Of course. You and I. Remember, it's just you and I. Rokas isn't there, so it's just you and me.
Oh yeah, Rokas was part of the conversation again.
Is Rokas going to come and meet us here, or what?
He was waiting.
I would suggest. Okay, we'll have breakfast here, and you take breakfast down to Rokas and tell him what's going on. I want to go to the Hall in Justice and talk to the Lord Poobah, and then I'll meet you guys at the house.
But I'm saying if we could get our weapons silvered, or at least you get one weapon silvered, it's more powerful against
okay.
vampire.
For that, I see you're the only one who doesn't have a magical weapon. They both have magic swords, so they don't need to worry about silvering them.
Okay.
You normally attack with magic, so you don't really need to worry about that. If you wanted to get your scimitar silvered, you could do that. But your normal using produce flame and stuff, that counts as that's a magic attack, so that would do damage to creatures who can only be hit by magic. So you don't have to worry too much about that.
Okay. Okay, I'll take breakfast to Rokas and let him know that what you're up to then, Harbeck.
Okay. And then as I go to the Hall of Justice, I'm going to ask Harold.
Mm-hmm.
Check and see if Linny is still around, and if she is she interested in fighting? If she's not, would she be willing to trade her mace for my sword, at least temporarily?
Okay. He says he can go to inquire at the Moonstone Masks to see if he can get a hold of her.
Okay, Harbeck. I'll see you later. Where would you like to meet up and at what time?
I'll meet you at the house where Rokas is right now. And don't forget the dog's there, so if you want to send me a message, you can do it via him. And I'm going to go to the Hall of Justice, and then I'll meet you back at the house, and we should be able to do that fairly quickly.
Okay. So I'm gonna get a meal to go. I'm gonna go see Rokas. Hi, Rokas. I brought
you get over there without problem. So yeah, that's fine.
Oh, thank you. I'm hungry.
And just to let you know, Harbeck is going to the Hall of Justice and is going to join us later. And if we need to send him a message, we can do it through Pookie.
Okay. You told me that Linnea might be coming back?
Yeah, that he's going to see if Linnea wants to join us, or if he can borrow her magical weapon.
Well, he has a magical sword too, so
yeah.
Yeah, but the mace does radiant damage, which vampires don't like.
Okay. If you can't get if you can't get Linnea, we should try see if Therapin's interested.
Okay, you're letting Pookie know that so he can let Harbeck know that.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Harbeck hears that information from Pookie, and so let's cut to Harbeck. You're headed to see the Lord Justicar at the Hall of Justice. Okay, so Harold is with you, and
Harold's off looking to see if he can get the mace from, or either the help from Lydia or the mace from Lydia.
Okay, as you walk up the road, you guys split off, and he goes up there.
Right.
And okay, you go into the hall, and there are some priests who go to get the Lord Justicar for you. And you're brought to his office room that you've been to before. And there you see Andre Galanis. And he says, "Oh, so how may I help you? I've heard from Harold, he reported last night, your findings at the Dumitru residence. Sounds like you've done a service to the city, but not quite done yet.
Right.
What can I do to help you with your quest?"
Okay, I have a couple questions. One is, if you remember, there is the Book of Tyr, the Teachings of Tyr, or whatever it is, was all torn up in the house.
Okay, yeah.
You have, with your knowledge of the enemies of Tyr, do you have any reason to know why a vampire would be wanting to do that?
So he says, so it seems that the former resident of the house was Luca Dumitru. I asked about him and his son. It seems that Luca was quite a devout follower of Tyr. It's a bit strange, but it kind of would explain why he had some of these objects in his home. If he had a book of the teachings of Tyr and a statue, it must have been left over from the father. Tearing them out, I don't know any significance of that other than he was displeased with the book.
Okay, so have priests of Tyr ever fought vampires before?
Well, as we looked through the books trying to find information for you, it seems that most of the holy warriors who have dealt with vampires in the past were from other orders. That it's not something that the paladins of Tyr have faced. But the last vampire seems to have been sighted about 400 years ago.
Which orders are capable of, or which orders do have a history of fighting vampires?
Okay, I believe. Okay, so it's common that the Order of the Gauntlet, which includes priests of Ilmater, Tyr, and Torm, would fight undead and such. the paladin that we saw in our history books was from the order of Torm, the god Torm. There's a small shrine to Torm in the river district, but I believe it's just a priest there, no clerics or paladins.
You don't think he would? Would he have any history about
I wouldn't expect
battles and things against vampires?
I wouldn't expect he had any information that wasn't in the House of Knowledge.
Okay. And so you don't know anything about vampires or how powerful they are or anything like that?
Only what we have been able to find for you.
Okay.
It's not a common threat that has been faced.
All right. Now you said that it seems like Dumitru was a devout follower of Tyr.
Yes.
Is it possible he would have had that old-looking medallion that's been burned into the bodies? Could that be one of his?
I would, yeah. Now that things are adding up, yes, that sounds reasonable.
Okay. Okay. Can you think of anything else that would help us if we want to try to fight this vampire? Any help you can think of that we could get?
I think most undead can be harmed by holy water. We can give you some. We don't have a lot, but we have a few vials that we've already created. We can give them to you.
Okay, well, I've got 2 already, so if you can give me a couple more, that would help.
Okay, we can do that. And from our research, we found they're weak in the light. I expect if he normally would escape as a bat or something else, that he wouldn't be able to do that during the day. Where do you expect he will be? You think he's hiding in the house right now?
Yeah, we're pretty sure. We have scouts out. We haven't seen anybody leave yet. Now, also, we brought the coffins to your place.
Yes.
We don't know. Do you think that's something we should destroy?
They do have some lingering evil energy about them. But we may want to destroy them, yes.
Okay, let's destroy. Okay, can you take charge of destroying them and making sure, as much of that lingering evil is dissipated as possible? Can you do that for us?
We can do that.
Okay. You guys do that then.
I don't know if it's possible to, if you're going to enter the house, if you can get some light into the house, that might help you.
Okay. But light's not as good as sunshine, correct?
Well, I mean, sunlight, if you can pull back the curtains. Were there any windows into the basement?
Yes, there are windows.
How about into
the basement? I don't think there are.
Then he must be hiding there.
Probably, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He may be hiding in the darkness there. He may be at full strength, but possibly he wasn't able to rest if we've taken his resting place.
That's what we were hoping.
But as you know, I don't know anything more than you do about fighting vampires.
Right.
You've had a lot more experience with undead than I. I would suggest generally dealing with him as an undead, other than as a vampire. I can't think of any other helpful advice. We can, if you think you need anyone else to help watch out, we can send some priests, but we don't really have any fighting men who would do much good, I don't believe.
Okay, yeah, some priests just to keep an eye on the house would help.
Okay, can do that. And Neverwinter Guard is on patrol as well.
Right.
They're aware of the situation.
Okay, so I will go to the to Dumitru's house then.
Okay. All right. So Harvick makes his way to Dumitru's house and meets with Ruckus and Icy. And I guess you relay
what
that.
About,
the holy water, right?
What did Linnea say?
Yeah, we haven't gotten.
We're waiting for Harold. Yet. Harold has to show up.
Okay.
So as you leave the Hall of Justice, you are given 4 flasks of holy water.
Okay, so that gives me 6 total then.
Yes.
And I have a bad feeling about vampires trying to turn us against each other, so I would avoid eye contact with this creature if we get to fighting.
Okay.
Have you got a wooden stake, Ruckus?
We can make one.
Okay.
And we can make one that we could use the mallet with, so that if it gets to that, we won't need a strength check so much if we're using a mallet to drive it in.
Okay. Can you make us one? Make one then?
Can I fashion a real nice pointy stake?
Making a stake is fine. Yeah. You don't have a hammer, right?
Harvey has a hammer. Harbeck had a hammer. He got when we were at the Cragmaw, I thought.
He might.
Let me check.
Because I do remember because we had those spikes.
I don't have it down on my list. We could use we can.
We'll pick one up along with some mirrors. Go down to Dumitru's.
I just picked up the magnifying glass and the papers.
Well, no, this was from long before.
Yeah, so I don't remember that specifically about the hammers.
It was a pair of tongs. It wasn't. I think you're thinking of the tongs I picked up. I'm just looking at my list here of stuff I have.
I thought we had hammer and some of those spikes.
Spikes for climbing?
Yeah, we'd taken them out from somewhere. We found them.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have it written down, then
we didn't do it.
Yeah,
that's fine. When you're down at Dumitru's, get a hammer, and at least.
Oh, I'm going down there, so let's wait until I get there and we'll talk about it. Then all 3 of us can talk about it together because I'm on my way there anyway.
Okay, well you're all together, so you can leave.
Okay,
as a
all
group.
Right, I got there then. Okay, yeah, we can go get a hammer. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you're having the conversation in the yard of the house, so you're not using a cell phone or something.
Right.
Okay, so do you all want to go over there, or are you gonna keep watching the house? Or?
Okay, I've got something I want to do first before we go there, and that is Cookie Boy.
Huh?
Got a job for you.
Huh?
Go into the house and scout around.
Mm.
The upstairs. That's all. Don't send
You're
him in the basement.
Why not?
Because if he's not upstairs, we know he's in the basement. We don't have to sacrifice the dog.
Oh, yeah, but if he's sleeping and he can't be woken up, we might be able to just go down there and pound a steak in him.
Well, we can go down as a group and see if that's the case. Don't send the dog down there. Just make sure he knows that.
Oh no, it'll take me 10 minutes to find him again.
You do have to use a spell slot for that.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to waste a spell slot, and it's just not right to do. My character is very against that. That's cruel, and he's been helping us and working, and you're treating him like crap.
He's not a real dog.
He's a real spirit.
he is a like holy spirit that you summoned, so you might want to like be a little nice to him. Like he's probably reporting to Tyr. He's like, Harvick's treating me like shit. You should take away his magic.
Okay. Be that way
about it. Ruined my fun.
We thought you enjoyed being on adventures with us. Okay.
Okay. Well, so are you gonna send him to scout upstairs?
Yeah, we'll send him to scout upstairs and.
Okay. So you guys are able to open the door again. And he scouts the upstairs and the first floor. Doesn't find anything too strange except for the door to the washroom has been removed from the hinges.
He's tried to make a makeshift box.
He's making him his own coffin.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we'll know what to expect. So he's going to be at full strength.
No, he's not. It's daylight right now.
Well, he will have been able to recover more than he would have otherwise. Should have thought of that. We could have taken the doors down too.
We'll know for next time.
I just looked in my other possessions and there's a hammer in there.
Ah, okay, we did have a hammer. Okay, good.
So it's you picked it up. That's why you remembered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, and tell me if this would be possible. Okay, now we have some priests and some guards to help us.
Yeah. So
could one of them have a mirror right by the dining room window? And he could shine a beam of light to another person with a mirror that's right in front of the stairs going down. And then there could be somebody at the bottom of the stairs catching that light, shining that as an angle if we swung the door open so a person could stand in that doorway there and try to shine a light on the vampire.
Yeah, if you had enough mirrors and people, you could shine a bit of light through. It wouldn't be like a laser, but it would be able to. You could probably manage that. Yeah, that you could shine light down there.
And he could try, and that person could try to keep it focused. You know, if the vampire moved, he could try to move the mirror enough to keep the light on the vampire.
Yeah, if we were gonna do something like that, that character would have to probably do some sort of dexterity check or something to try to keep it on the vampire. But yeah, we could do something like that.
Okay. Who's the most dexterous person? Priests, Neverwinter people
so
there?
All the let's see. Let me check here. The guard. So I'll say that in the area there are five guards walking around that you can gather up.
How many priests?
You have 5 priests came with you.
Okay. Well, in that case, then.
The guards are more trained in such things, so they would be more dexterous.
Okay.
Not that they're trained in mirror reflections, but
yeah. Okay,
a priest doesn't have. They're +0 on dex. So.
Okay, so could we try this then? Try to double it. Have have a team of priests and a team of guards. So one of each at the, if we can get the, I mean, we should be able to get mirrors at Dumitru's store. If we can get enough mirrors, we could have a team of guards and a team of priests, where they'll shine the sunlight from the dining room window to the head of the stairs, from the head of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs, the bottom of the stairs to the doorway. It looks like the door swings inward, so we could swing the door open so they could stand in that doorway then and try to focus the light that they have on whatever's down there.
Okay, I feel like they might, if you had two groups of people doing it, they might get in each other's way.
Okay. So it'll be just one group?
Yeah, I think
one
chain of light would make sense to me.
Okay.
And would I could suggest that they, before they open the door, they practice doing it for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Till they get to the point where they feel comfortable that they've got it.
Okay, so you guys want to head over and look for some mirrors?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys tell the guards and priests to watch the house, so they'll stay there. And you tell them about the mirror plan?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So then you head over to the store. You find the store is closed, and but the guards are there checking the place, and someone's outside questioning Kevin on the stairs. So when you arrive, Kevin's very distressed and trying to tell them that he had no idea. He just thought that Raymond was Luca's son. And he said one thing that's a bit strange is that he said before Luca left on his trip, he said that he was gonna go see his son.
Huh.
Okay.
But he says he didn't, that night he did remember he didn't look very good.
Do you have mirrors in the store?
He says, yeah, there should be some mirrors.
How many?
Let me see. Says they have 7.
Okay, good.
We want them all.
Well, no, we only need 4.
No.
Unless you have something else you want to do.
Well, I was thinking of take each, have the first ones at least have maybe pairs, so you get as much light as you can. Have them together.
Okay.
Okay, you guys don't need to describe it in super detail. We'll have it so that basically if you guys end up in combat, we'll have a guard who's in the combat order with a mirror shining in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, you can get all 7. Kevin is like, I guess we don't have to charge you. I don't know how this works when my boss is apparently a vampire.
We'll try to bring them back anyway. And
said I should have known. Luca didn't have the store open at night. Then one day he suddenly wanted to have the store open at night, and then he went off, and his son came back. It was pretty weird. Never thought of a vampire could show up.
Do you have any holy images to sell?
Well, Luca had some, but Raymond got rid of them.
Okay. I think we should take the statue of Tyr with us down.
Couldn't hurt.
And put it in front of us. I was hoping to have some sort of a holy symbol. Can I get a holy symbol from a priest and put it on my shield?
Sure. They all have they all carry little symbols with them, yeah.
Okay.
They have them on necklaces mostly, so you could have that.
Okay. Okay, I could hang that on my shield.
Okay.
Now, could we have along with the guard who, besides the guard who's got a mirror that's trying to focus on the vampire?
Yeah.
We give the holy water to a guard with the instructions to throw it at the vampire?
A different guard?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So you guys have made a... Sounds like are you pretty much done making plans?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Before we start, I guess we're ready to go now. Are you?
No, we're waiting for Harold.
Right.
Yeah, that's the last thing you're waiting on, of what you've described at least. Anything else before you hear from Harold?
I think when we get in there, we should open up all the curtains before we head downstairs.
Yeah, get the place as light as possible.
Who is going to put the stake, try and put the stake inside him? Or are we just going to do the mirror thing?
Well, we're going to incapacitate him. Then I have a hammer, and I made a stake.
Okay.
I got a stake ready.
Okay, so you'll be doing the
We might
staking.
let Harbeck do the actual staking because he's the strongest.
Okay.
Okay.
And we have on our clothes over our armor and stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have our armor and shields and stuff like that ready.
Okay.
So we're waiting for Harold now, I guess.
Okay, yeah, so he said he was going to meet you at the Dumitru house, so
right.
You're going to head back over there?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have 7 mirrors you're handing out to guards and priests.
Yeah.
Yep.
And holy water, who's going to have that?
One of the guards.
One guard has holy water?
With instructions that he should throw that at the vampire.
Okay, and so you're going to give all 4 of the extra ones to him, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. And you still have 2 on you or something?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so you guys all explain what you're trying to do. You guys start going into the house to lighten it up?
We're waiting for Harold still.
Okay, so you'll wait outside until Harold gets there.
Yeah.
Oops.
Where's Pookie?
With you guys.
He's right with us. I'll put his harness back on.
Put his armor back on.
Yeah.
You gonna send him in one more time before we walk in? Just make sure we're not walking into a trap.
Yeah. He likes that. He's a good scout.
Alright, so you guys are looking down the road, waiting for Harold, and you see Harold turn around the corner, and he seems to be alone as he walks forward. But then you see Linnea turn the corner behind him.
All right.
And she's got her Lightbringer mace in her hand. And you see, she sees you guys, and she holds the mace over her head. And you see light blast out of it. And she's making a cocky smirk.
Give her 2 thumbs up.
And as she approaches, she says, "Long time no see. I heard you guys got some infestation here."
We got a vampire we have to deal with.
Serial killing vampire.
Well, it sounded exciting, so I figured I'd come help you guys.
We appreciate
it.
All right.
Okay, so now it's time to go in the house?
Sure.
Alright, so you open all the windows, curtains, open the back door.
Leave the front door open.
Yeah, get as much light in as possible. And the guards and priests start messing with the mirror. Let's see how they do. That's their practice. They're not doing very good. They're all shining in each other's eyes at first.
We show them how to do it, what we want.
Yeah. How about Rokus? I think you're the most dexterous. Do a dexterity roll. Just plus your dex only.
Okay. Plus dex. Dexterity's 4. It's only 9.
Okay, so you're finding it's not that easy to link up a chain of light like that. Icy, why don't you try to help?
Okay. I rolled a 19. Let's see what my dexterity. Where's dexterity?
It's the second one
at the top.
Thing at the top. On the left.
At +2, so I've got a 21.
Okay, so
right.
Rokus, and with Icy's help, she's able to kind of display what you guys are trying to do, and the guys kind of figure it out, but they're kind of shaky on it. So when we go into combat, there's going to be a chance that it's not going to work all the time.
Okay. That's fair.
So we'll do rolls to find out if they screw up or not when they're trying to do it.
Okay, will that be it for each action? Whether or not they can keep it on him?
Yeah, when it's that guard's turn in the combat, he'll have to do a roll to see. Will basically be a roll to hit.
Okay.
Right.
Because the practice didn't go well, he's not gonna really have a plus to it. It's just gonna be a raw roll.
Okay.
Okay, but they're able to do that. So you have you guys ready to head downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we bust in real quick, we should be able to get a surprise on him. Hopefully.
Okay.
We want to go down quietly.
Let's go down quietly and
Can I interject? Can I interject?
Sure.
Can I give us pass without a trace to increase our dexterity now that I'm back at full power? I'll use the spell of pass without a trace.
Yeah, you can do that. To up your stealth.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, it's cast.
Okay.
I've got disadvantage on stealth, so I don't think I'm going to be able to climb down there.
You can wear the shoes. And
Yeah.
that'll.
Okay. All right. Well, you and I are going to have to trade off because you've got them right now. Okay. That takes away my disadvantage.
Yeah,
then.
no disadvantage then. And passive without a trace gives you +10.
Oh, and coming down the stairs,
Yeah.
I wanted to be on the lookout for any booby traps. Make sure the stairs haven't been rigged.
Okay.
I have detect. Some spell for detecting traps.
Okay, can check that out while I'm doing this.
And I'm going to cast Aid.
So aid gives you 5 extra HP. So your max hit point goes up by 5 for 8 hours.
For all 3 of us, right?
Let's see. Up to 3 creatures. Yeah. So you, Icy and Rokus have your HP maximum's up by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Thanks, Harbeck. That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
That helps when you actually read what your spells are.
That is true.
And use your shield if it works with this guy too.
And Icy, don't forget for the first shot, you have a good one. Do the magic missiles. Boom. No, all but one, so you don't lose the magic missile.
Okay.
Yeah, blast him with your bazooka.
Okay, and I'm behind.
Okay, so our battle formation will be Pookie in front, me and Lydia with, how many people can we get in there together?
The door's 5 feet wide, so you have to go through one at a time. But you can get, I mean, the room's very big.
Okay. So then,
Now, are we going to go into the storage room first and just make sure there's nothing in there?
I would say send Pookie down to do that. Check her out where things are, except for the door where the coffins are.
Okay. And are the stairs intact and not booby trapped or anything?
Do we need to do a investigation for that?
For that.
Yeah.
So hold on, and you also were trying to be stealthy, so we should do all that. So hold
We did a stealth.
Already did stealth.
We did a stealth.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't write it down.
I was 30.
I think I was 12.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And I'm 23.
Okay, and Pookie Jones?
Let's see. What's his stealth?
I was 25.
I'm looking for. Wait, what's stealth under?
It's dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so he's +2.
That's right.
So, Pookie rolls a 7.
10 is 17.
5 + 2.
And 19, so 19 total. Alright, let's do everybody's perception. Pookie gets +3 and advantage.
Perception +6. I got 23.
Okay.
And my roll's a 3. And Pookie rolls a 14.
I have a total of 22.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Alright, so Rokus was gonna check for traps. You got your perception 23. You don't see any traps, and you're able to get down the stairs without any trouble. So if you look at Discord, you can see the camera now. Harbeck, you're the yellow one here. Rokus is blue. Icy is green. PJ is the red one with the X on it. This is Linnea, the yellow one, the different yellow type of magnet. Maybe I'll write an L on it. The priest is the white one, and the guard is the pink one.
Okay, which one's throwing the water, the guard or the priest?
The guard.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I was going to have the guard do the...
One's got a mirror and one of them has a mirror and one of them has the holy water.
You know what? Actually, it's not going to be a priest because he's not good at combat, so it's going to be 2 guards.
Okay.
Okay. One with water and one with a mirror.
Right.
Right.
Cool.
So you can imagine there's more guards like up the stairs and stuff, but
yeah.
So this guy's catching some light down to shoot it in the door, and the other guards and priests will like follow. If he goes in, his light beam will continue. But I'm not I'm not gonna put the other guys on the board, or it's gonna get too confusing.
Right.
Okay. And Pookie checked the storeroom and there was nothing in there?
We didn't do that yet. Do you want him to go in there, Harbeck?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he goes in and sniffs around. Nothing in there. Nothing different.
Right. Fine.
Okay. So you guys notice as you come down the stairs here into this basement, There's actually like a thin layer of fog on the ground. As you step down.
Whoa. Wait. There's a thin layer of fog on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the guard that has the holy water to toss one down into that fog. Sprinkle some on the fog.
Okay. Sprinkle some. We'll have him sprinkle some. You don't see any strange reaction with the fog. It just moves as the water drips through, as you would expect. But the fog does seem strange. It doesn't seem natural that there would be fog down here. But it doesn't react like it's being attacked or anything.
Okay. Down to 3
so
waters.
You planning to go in this door now? I just had him drip a little bit, so it didn't take away your flask.
Okay.
So we got, I guess Linnea says, I think I should be in the front. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Harvick and Linnea are up front. Rook is behind with Icy. Where's Pookie?
Right,
In the middle, maybe?
Okay, is the door latched?
Right now it's closed. You guys haven't opened yet.
Right. I'm going to try to open it, and if we can open it carefully, I'm going to send Pookie in first to see what's going on.
Thanks a lot. The guard is standing behind. He's not sure what to do. This is the guard,
with the water. Or the guard with the
guard with the water. The one with the light is trying his best to beam it past you guys.
Right. Okay. Guard with the water. He should stand. He should stand behind everyone else. If he sees the vampire, as we come in, he stays behind us. But anytime he sees the vampire and he's got an action turn, he tries to throw or sprinkle, depending on how close the vampire is, the water on him.
Okay, cool. So, you guys ready to open the door?
Yeah.
Alright. So, you open the door.
We open the door and send Pookie in.
Okay. So, the door opens. As you open it, you see this wine cellar has about a foot of fog on the ground, like throughout the whole room. And it's cold.
Yeah, sprinkle. Well, why don't we all move aside a little bit and let the priest, let the soldier with the light shine the light in onto the fog.
Okay, so you spread out slightly, and he's able to shine the light in. The light, it just shines into the fog. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything to the fog. Pookie goes in about 5 feet, sniffs around. And are you wanting him to go further?
Okay. What's he smelling and seeing right now?
So he relays that it smells like Dumitru's been here recently, but I don't see him and I don't smell him.
Can Pookie go to where the caskets were?
Yeah. What do you want him to do that, Harvick?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
do we want to go in the room at all so we can cover for him?
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight him anyway, so yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so Pookie goes ahead a bit, and then Linnea and Harvick step into the room. Okay.
Okay,
And Rokus and Icy go to the door.
Yeah.
Guard with the water behind you. And this guard is shining the light in.
Yeah.
Past you guys. So Pookie's gonna head over to the caskets, okay?
Yeah.
He gets over there and he sees a door is covering the one of the holes in the ground.
The other two open?
The other two are open. He relays it back to you.
Rokus, are you the one with the stake?
Right now, yeah.
Maybe you should go in, and I'll go on the other side of the door so that they can shine the light, and the guard with the water is right there by the door. So if you guys have to make a run for it, there'll be a surprise. But if you're in there, and you, Linnea, and Harbeck go there, you can try and drive the stake in. And if it's, and if you need to come back this way, we will at least be ready for when it tries to come back through the door. Does that sound like a plan?
Okay, yeah. Tell the dungeon master how you want things placed.
Well, I want Rokus to join Linnea and Harbeck and Pookie, and go to the coffin with go to where the door is covering the hole.
Okay.
And then.
With Pookie too?
Yes.
Okay, so are you like surrounding it or what?
Yes, and then Linnea.
But don't surround it. Stay close to me because of my shield.
Yeah.
Rokus?
Rokus has a shield too.
Yeah, but my shield, if somebody is next to me, I can give them hit points.
Alright, do you see how I got it here? This should be...
Yeah. So Harbeck and Linnea can lift up the door, and Rokus can be ready with the stake and the hammer.
Okay, and Icy and the guard with holy water are still at the door here?
Yeah. But we'll sort of be behind the door, so if they have to run out, we will be a surprise. Have a surprise attack on the vampire.
Okay, they can't. Yeah, you got the door open though, still?
Okay.
So, yeah. But cool. So you guys okay with the positions here?
You okay with that, Harbeck?
Yeah.
So Harbeck's in the center. Everyone's around him, so he has his shield ability. Guess Linnea's gonna have to move up here to help pick up the door. So more like that then.
And we're all at the ready.
And we all have our weapons ready.
Okay. So you start to lift up the door. And there's nothing under there.
Look on the ceiling.
Then suddenly within the mist, you see kind of a snaking form coming towards you guys, but you spot it as it transforms into a vampire, but he wasn't able to sneak up on you. You guys spot him as he transforms. He's
transformed from the mist?
Yeah. It seems you can kind of see a section of the mist before he transforms. There was a bit of the mist that looked like didn't flow into the other mist. So
like a glob.
Yeah, you noticed it. But basically the way your stealth and perception rolled out, you kind of canceled each other out, so neither of you surprised each other.
Okay.
So nobody has a surprise on each other.
Okay.
Sounds like time for initiative.
It is time for initiative. So go ahead and roll it. And I need to write some stuff, so wait for me.
Okay.
I'm ready for your initiatives. Linnea first. Linnea got a 15. Okay, and Harbeck?
I've got a 13 and Pookie has an 8.
Okay.
Oh, 9. I'm sorry, 9.
9, okay. 9. Okay. And Ruckus.
17.
Okay. And Icy.
I've got a total of 21.
Ooh.
All right. She turns her RPG on this guy.
Combat starts with Icy. You can see into the room, and you can see the vampire appear.
Okay, I'm going to use 6 of my magic missiles.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I rolled to hit, and my total was 22.
Okay, you hit the vampire. Roll your damage.
Okay, I've got to do that 6 times, and that's
1d4 plus 1 6 times.
No, it's a 1d6 plus 1.
I'll use the. No. Is it?
The wand regains.
No. That's something else. It's 1d4 plus 1 damage. I'm looking at it now.
Okay.
The 1d6 is regaining stuff.
Okay. 2. 4 is 6. 4 is 10. And 3 is 13. How many am I up to now?
4.
Come on, roll. Another 3 is 16. And another 4 is 20. Is that all 6 of them?
That sounds right.
So.
And
so
plus,
20 damage?
No, plus then you add an extra 1 for each roll, so that would be 26 damage.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Boom.
Alright, so you see the magic missiles streak across the room and pierce into Dumitru. And he turns his head slowly towards Icy and glowers at you.
Do I have a bonus action?
Yeah, you have your bonus action, but I think it's just healing. I don't think you have anything else.
But can I move behind the guard with the water?
That's your movement, so that doesn't take action. You can move out of the way so he can't see you anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's your movement, so that's not a action.
Okay.
Yeah. But yep, that you can do that. You okay with the position there?
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie. It is now the guard with the water's turn. He got an 18 initiative. So he looks into the room and tries to throw a flask of holy water at him. Okay, he's going to roll to hit with it. Ooh, 18 plus 1, 19. He does hit the vampire.
Cool.
It takes 2d6 radiant damage. Eight damage.
Awesome.
The guard looks shocked as he sees the holy water splash on him and start smoking off of his body. And unlike his reaction to the magic missile, this time he winces and grunts in pain. And the guard hops back out of the doorway and says, "I got him!" He looks at Icy, all shocked and sweating. "I hit him!"
I give him a thumbs up and pat him on the back.
Okay. I am getting some hissing sound. but it's not from any of you apparently. That's weird.
It's that fog.
Yeah, hold on.
It's the smoldering.
It's the flames and it's the holy water. It's the
It went
smoldering holy water.
Yeah. Well, it went away now. Guess it really was the holy water. Okay, Rokus, it's your turn. What do you have your sword out, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna stay to the left as hard as I can and go down the edge.
So here?
And, yeah. And come up to him and try to hit him with my sword.
Yeah, because he would have been facing us.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
I think I missed him. I only got a 15 total.
Yeah, that's a miss.
You get total?
15.
Okay.
Okay. Linea's turn. Linea runs over to hit him from the other side. She's let's see. She holds her mace aloft and says, "I have the power."
I sure hope so.
Linnea. That was a He-Man reference.
She-Man.
So it glows with radiant light as she holds it above her head. And she swings to hit. That's a natural 20, baby.
Oh.
20 regular damage.
Damn.
And 10 radiant damage.
All
30
right.
damage.
Big hit.
Okay. The vampire is looking messed up. It's Harvick's turn.
Okay, Harvick will run in between the other two.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give the command or the command. Cast command is my action thing, and I'm gonna say prone.
Tell him to lay down.
Try to knock him down.
Okay. Now, I think I might have let you just do it last time, but I think there's actually it's a wisdom save, yeah. So, you have a wisdom 14 save. He has to roll over that to not listen to you. Okay, he passed it. He says, no. And it's his turn. Okay, so you tried to command him. He's gonna try to command you. So, roll a DC 17 wisdom saving throw. Or you will be charmed by the vampire.
Okay, what do I click on now? Wisdom?
Hold on. On the top left, there is a special box that says saving throws.
Yep, up at the top.
And then you have wisdom there. You're proficient, so you get a +2.
Okay, so I click on that.
Yeah.
5 + 2, 7.
You fail. You have been charmed by the vampire. Let's see. The charmed target regards the vampire as a trusted friend, to be heeded and protected. Although the target isn't under the vampire's control, it takes the vampire's requests or actions in the most favorable way it can, and it is a willing target for the vampire's bite attack.
Great.
So, that is his action. And next it is PJ's turn. PJ doesn't, I think PJ is very confused because Harvick is giving him orders that he knows are against the group. And so Pookie decides not to follow his orders and does nothing, being confused. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. I have a way next action turn of trying to get away from that, or is that permanent?
I can't really tell you. I'll tell you if there's something that you should do, but Harvick doesn't really know, and nobody else knows how this works. So I'll let you know if there's something you have to do.
Okay.
Okay. Next is the guard with the light. He moves forward. Another guard is moving down the stairs to reflect the light. So he gets over to the entrance of the door, and he's gonna attempt to shine the light on the vampire. And he misses the light. He's flickering it around, but he's not able to get it in position. He's gonna back up slightly and try to get it under control for his next turn. It's now Icy's turn.
Spell, it's called Daylight. Could I use that?
That spell doesn't make actual sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I put a cure wound or anything on Harbeck to help him out of this spell?
You're not sure if that would work, but you could try doing it.
Well,
you know that he hasn't taken damage yet, so.
Well, I have something called Protect from Energy. Would that work?
I don't know. Let's which one was that? Protection from energy?
Yeah, but that's just from fire and cold and lightning and stuff, so it's...
Yeah, that doesn't work for that.
No. Okay.
Okay. So, you don't know if healing would help.
But you know what? I'm gonna...
okay, yeah.
Burn it.
Okay, so he's got no damage to him. He's just under a spell. You know what? As an action, I'm going to try and ask the guard with water for one of his pouches.
One of the flasks of holy water?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you take that. That takes your bonus action.
Okay. So I'm done?
Oh, no, you can throw it if you want. I'm letting you take that as a bonus action.
Okay, I rolled a 10. What do I add to it?
You're trying to throw the flask?
Yeah.
Okay, so you move into the room, and you try to throw the flask. You roll 10 plus your dexterity.
Where's my dexterity? Oh, it's only a +2.
Okay, so the flask falls short and smashes on the ground. The water spills out, doing no damage to the vampire.
Okay, but does it make it safe for us because the water's on the ground?
You don't know, but it looks like it just soaked into the ground.
Okay, then I'm going to move back behind the 2 guards.
Okay. It is now the guard with water, his turn. So he only has 2 left now.
Okay, come on. I hope he does better than me.
He goes in the room and tries to throw. He misses also.
Oh.
The flask of holy water smashes into the wine shelf. Splashes on the ground. It is Rokus's turn. You see Harbeck looking at you menacingly.
I'm still gonna try to stick the vampire.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That hits.
So the sword damage is a 7 plus 4 for 11. a Hunter's Mark I cast. And that's a D6, and that's 5 more.
Okay.
And I've got
keep track of your total.
Sneak attack is 1. And Colossus Slayer is another 1. So it's 18.
All right. Bad rolls still got a pretty big number there. All right. It's Linnea's turn. Okay. Linnea's gonna take a swipe at the vampire again. That's 16 to hit. 16 plus her thing to hit. That hits. Ooh, that's 11 regular damage and 3 radiant. So 14 damage. Alright, it is Harbeck's turn. And Harbeck is not able to control himself. He turns to Rokus and takes a swing.
Hope he misses.
That is 20 to hit, not natural.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And that is 1d8 plus 6 damage. 12 damage. And he uses his second attack. 18 plus 9 to hit. That hits. Only 7 damage. Rolled a 1.
So what's the total?
Sorry. Those are 2 separate attacks, so I didn't do it. Did you guys remember what I said for the first one?
First one was 12, maybe?
Yeah, 6 plus 6. Right. Yeah, 12. That's right. It was a 6 plus 6.
And the second one was
1 plus 6, so 7.
7.
7 plus 12.
That's 19.
Yep, 19 damage.
Okay, I'm down to 24.
Okay, it's Dumitru's turn. He says, "Come here, my friend. Let me drink of your blood." And Harvick says, "Yes, my master." Harvick bares his neck for the vampire to bite him.
I hope you didn't wash behind your ears.
Okay, you take 5 piercing damage. Because you're allowing him to do this, you cannot reduce it because you're letting him do it.
How much damage do I take?
Piercing is 5. And then we do the necrotic damage.
Hit points go down.
Yeah, max hit points.
It's 5 go down, but it's the maximum goes down 5 as well, right?
No. So that was piercing only that I gave you.
Okay.
Okay. So you got lucky. He rolled 3d6, 115. Only 7 necrotic.
Okay, so it's 5. I'm not quite sure how I do this then. So it's
Yeah, it is confusing, and even though I did it last time, I already forgot the right way to do it. But so basically, I think the easiest way is just minus the damage first. So that would be 7 plus 5, which is 12. So take your
minus 12.
Yeah, 12 damage total.
Okay.
And then your max HP goes down by 7.
Okay, so Okay, gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. And sorry, I know it's very frustrating having your character taken over and stuff, but you know, vampires are nasty. So that is, I think, let's see. Okay, cool. And so as he drinks the blood from Harbeck, you see he looks a bit healthier than he did.
Oh, he's gaining points. Not good.
Okay, it's PJ's turn. He's not sure what to do. He's kind of short-circuited there. And next is the guard with the light. He steps forward to try to shine it onto the vampire. Ow. Oh, man. No, that's not enough. He messes it up again. And retreats back. Okay, back to the top of the order. It's Icy's turn.
Produce flame. I rolled a 18 plus 7 is 25 to
That
hit.
hits.
Okay, and then I do 2d8s.
Yep.
3 plus 6 is 9 damage.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'm going to get back behind the guards.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I didn't have you come out, but yeah. Okay, cool. That is good. It is now guard with the water. He has his last one. He's gonna try to do. He comes out to throw it. Come on, guard. Oh, a 4. He drops the thing on the ground as he's too nervous.
He's shaking too much.
He retreats back out. He says, "Damn it. Only got the first time. At least I did something, I guess."
Yeah.
Next it is Rokus's turn.
I'm gonna get out a potion of healing and drink it.
Okay, go ahead. That's your action.
2 and 4 is 6 plus 2. So I get 8 hit points back.
Okay. It's Linea's turn then. She's gonna take a swing at the vampire. Oh,
Do a good.
that's not a good one. Does she have 2 attacks or just 1?
I think she has 2.
No, she's still level 4. She doesn't.
Oh, okay.
No, she
I
missed.
remember.
Oh, maybe she. Yeah, she missed. And she doesn't have a second attack. That sucks. It's Harvick's turn. Harvick's gonna try to hit Linnea. Oh my god, it's a nat 20.
No.
That's not good. Oh, rolled a 1 on the damage, so that is 7 plus times 2, 14. Okay. That takes her down to 30. Oh no, 26. Yeah. And second attack is a miss. Okay. And it's Dumitru's turn. Let's see. What's he gonna do? Okay. So, you notice that he hasn't been hit with any he hasn't been hit with light or holy radiant damage since his last turn. He seems to be regaining his vitality without even drinking blood. Okay, he's gonna try to attack at Linnea. He's gonna scratch with his hand. That is 18 to hit. Is that her? Sure. Her AC is 19, so she barely manages to get out of the way of that, and he gets another attack. Rolled a 5. That is another miss. So Linnea dodges out of the way of 2 unarmed strikes from the vampire. PJ is freaking out still. Guard with the light is gonna try to shine it on him again.
Come on, do it.
Okay, that time it worked.
Yay.
So let's see. Ooh. Okay, yeah. So it says if the vampire starts his turn in sunlight, he takes 20 radiant damage. So his turn doesn't come until the next one, so he gets 20 damage from this light. Finally, the guard is able to shine the light on him, and you can see this is very effective, and it burns his skin, and you can see it like flaking into ash and kind of evaporating upwards in a strange, magical kind of way. And you hear him scream in pain. Ah! It's Icy's turn.
I'm going to yell at Rokus and Linnea to grab Harbeck and start bringing him towards the door. We need to get this vampire where he is now in that basement. We've got to get him upstairs where the curtains are open. So if you guys can drag Harbeck towards us, and we'll get him up onto the main level and maybe possibly outside. And Pookie, you come too.
Okay, you say your idea. They can't really respond yet, but
Okay.
What do you want to do for your action and stuff?
I'm going to throw a flame at him again.
Okay, you come into the room, and you can throw it at him.
Okay, produce flame. I got a 19 plus 7 is a 26 to hit, and it's 2d8 twice. 2d8 twice.
Okay.
I did a 1 and a 6. I did a total of 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. So you see his clothes burning off of him. His upper body is exposed now, and the sun is burning him. And the flames are burning his clothes away and burning at his skin. He's looking pretty damaged now.
Rokus could stab him with a stake, wooden stake.
Okay.
Or does he have to be in a prone position for that to happen?
I think we gotta incapacitate him first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is now that's your turn? Are you gonna head back out of the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back out and towards and to the side of the stairs.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay. The guard who threw all his water, he's gonna run up to the vampire and try to stab him.
Okay.
He says, "Ah!" His weapon, he had the flask in one hand and a spear in the other, so he's gonna use his spear. Well, he hits the vampire.
Oh,
good.
With his spear. Only 3 damage, but yeah. Okay, Rokus, it's your turn.
Oh, I got a 16 to hit.
Okay, so you're ignoring Icy's idea.
Yeah, I gotta kill this fucker.
Okay, so you roll what to hit?
16.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, good. Let's see. So,
Good. Take that wooden
One.
stick and
D. Okay, so the sword hit was 7. Hunter's mark was 3.
10.
Sneak attack is 1.
11.
And Colossus Slayer is another 7. That's at 18.
Yep.
18 damage. You stab your rapier through his torso, and you see he grabs at your rapier as you pierce it through, and he looks down, and as you pull it out, there's no blood. It seems like he's run dry. He falls to his knees and collapses backwards on his back.
Poof.
Is he dead yet?
He's laying on the ground.
Could Rokas use his bonus action to put the wooden spear through him?
Let's see. Hold on a moment. So you see Harbeck. He seems like he's coming back to his senses a bit, but he's still a bit dazed and groggy. He's not able to help you guys right now. But he seems like he might have overcome the control of the vampire. Let's keep going down the turn order. PJ is, oh no, Rokas is next is Linnea. Linnea says, "Give me that steak."
Here.
She takes it from you and
the hammer. Here.
Yeah, she takes it from you, and let's see, strength check. That is okay. We'll use athletics. So that is an 18 to hit, and she is able to drive the stake into the vampire's chest. And you see, as with the vampire spawn, this body turns to dust. And you guys have defeated a vampire.
Oh.
Harbeck now comes fully back to his senses.
What senses he's got?
Okay, now
Waiting for you to say that. Oh gosh, we did that.
Okay. I think this is a good opportunity. I'd like to hear some celebration.
Yeah.
Good.
I want to shake.
But let's go for a drink.
I want to shake the hand of the 2 guards and commend them on fantastic help, and make sure that we want to know their name, and make sure that when the commander hears about this, that they get a really good review.
The guard who threw the water, his name is Richard.
Yeah.
And the guard who shined the light, his name's Larry.
Name's Larry?
Larry, yeah.
Yeah, and we want to also go outside and thank everybody with the mirrors and stuff.
Okay. Pookie starts licking you. Harbeck says, "Oh, what was that? That was scary."
You were a good dog.
You're
Pookie.
telling me bad things.
Yeah.
His mind was being controlled. Now he's back to himself. It's all good, Pookie.
Oh. You couldn't actually hear him say that, but I guess it makes sense that you'd
I would just
tell the dog anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who else is here? Linnea, she says, "Well, that was a hard battle. You okay there, cousin?"
I need a long rest.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay, cool. We'll call the session there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so any other comments from out of game? What did you think of fighting a vampire?
They're pretty tough.
Yeah, but it actually made for a pretty cool battle, like having you try to command him and then he commanded you back. That if it was a movie or something, that worked out pretty well. So just so you guys know, actually vampires are challenge rating 13, which is out of your range of what you're supposed to be fighting.
I figured he was potentially dangerous.
The thing is, I figured
letting the guards come in on it really was.
Yeah, I tried to give you guys every opportunity to get yourself stocked up as much as possible. That's why I had Linnea show up and let you guys do. I was very happy that you guys figured out a way to get light in the basement.
Yeah.
I thought you guys might use the grenade to blow a hole through the wall.
Oh.
Or
didn't think of that. That's a pretty cool idea.
And yeah, I had a few other ideas of what you could do, but I figured you probably, if you got enough advantages on him, that you probably could kill it. But I was also gonna be like, if I saw it going really bad, I was gonna be like, just to let you know, sometimes you have to retreat.
Run away.
I was pretty worried. I was pretty worried when Harvick got taken control of at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But the guards actually were really clutch.
Yes.
If he didn't burn him with that light, that was actually like the turning point probably.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah. He regenerates 20 hit points a turn if he's not being hit with holy damage basically.
Right.
He just automatically gets 20 hit points back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if he bites you, he gets all of that damage back.
Wow. Yeah, so he's potentially really regenerative.
Right. But my idea was that the way I set up the murder mystery was I was hoping you guys would know what you're dealing with by the time you get to him. But it was potentially you could have walked into a very dangerous situation with 3 vampires basically, not knowing what the hell was going on.
Yeah, getting rid of the other 2, I thought of that.
So we discovered the vampires sooner than you thought we would?
Well, we haven't finished the whole. We pretty much have, but I'll talk more about it next time. Okay. When we have more of the after effects of what's going on.
Sounds good.
But yeah, you guys definitely did things differently and different order than what I thought was going to happen. Many things happened differently than I thought. I had to.
You had to adjust,
recheck, and adjust many different things to figure out how to deal with you guys.
Did a good job.
Okay, see you guys next time. Good job.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Linnea.
Exciting.
Yeah, see you around.